All right, guys, Thursday, October 1st. We've got 5 sets, okay, so 5 working sets, 1 hang power snatch, and 1 hang snatch. Okay, so 1 without a squat, 1 with a squat. Both from the hang. You can pick either position. You could go from the hip, work a little bit more on speed, thus lightening the load of the bar a little bit. Or you could go above the knee or mid, halfway down the thigh to add a little bit more pulling power to the lift and maybe go a little bit heavier. So your choice, but 5 sets, 1 hang power snatch and 1 hang snatch. There's also no requirement of whether or not you have to stay at one weight or build. That can be up to you. But again, outside of a workout, we're going for quality, and you're working on positions and proper movement mechanics. So think about those things. Then we got a 16-minute AMRAP, okay? And on top of that, the format is going to be 90 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So if you think about it, you've got 8 intervals, 90 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, okay? To complete as many rounds as you can of this sequence, 25 wall balls at 20 and 14 pounds, 30 double unders, 15 toes to bar, and then 30 double unders again, okay? So I'd say the goal here is to work for the entire 90 seconds and give yourself 30 seconds to regroup. So try not to rest too much, okay? Obviously, the wall balls at some point are going to be broken up. You may miss on the double unders, and that's okay. And the same thing goes for the toes to bar. That might end up taking you 3 attempts to get done with the 15, okay? But with this being an AMRAP, try and keep the volume as is and modify the weight of the wall ball. Maybe you pick a time to work on the double unders so that you don't use up an entire 90-second window on one single set. And the same thing for the toes to bar. Maybe modify the movement instead of decreasing the volume. Maybe end up doing 5 to 8 toes to bar, and the rest are a variation like a kipping knees to chest or something like that. And sometimes what I'll see people do is instead of coming off the bar, and maybe they work on their capacity and their ability to hang onto the bar. And a set of 15 is a big ask. So if we use that number, maybe you go 1 toes to bar, and then the next rep is the knees to chest. And then the 3rd rep is the toes to bar. And then the 4th rep is the knees to chest. And this way you don't have to reset, or you don't start swinging, or you may find yourself not having to come down. And like I mentioned, you build your capacity in a different way, okay? But there are some scaling and modification options, so read into those if you're curious. But otherwise, again, 60-minute AMRAP, you got 90 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, in which to accomplish as many rounds as you can of that sequence. All right, that'll be a Thursday.